All right, we're 4-0 with a push in our last 5 college basketball tier package picks on BrockPage.com. And the link for that pick is in the description section below here for today. $1,000 bettors are still up over $3,600 during that stretch. We're also 2-0 with a push in our last 3 NBA tier package picks on that very same webpage. And as always, guys, all the plays that I give out on BrockPage.com, they're my personal bets, games that I personally have action on. And with that, guys, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. We're going to start with Providence taking on Georgetown. That's going to be a 12 o'clock Eastern tip-off on Sunday, February 6th, I believe. It's the 6th, right? Sunday, February 6th, 2022. Providence is minus 6.5, totals 144. Now, Providence, they've been pretty good this season. They're 19-2 straight up for the year, 13-8 against the number in those contests. Having said that, though, these guys really don't score a whole lot of points on the road. As a matter of fact, the Friars are averaging only 66 points a game when traveling, and they're making only 40% of their field goals in that very same category. They also failed to cover the point spread recently against the likes of Marquette, Butler, and this very Georgetown team. And speaking of the Hoyas, they went 4-2 against the spread in their last 6 ball games themselves. And all 6 of their victories this year did come as they were the official home team. Now, Donald Carey, he's drilling nearly 46% of his three-pointers. He's also scoring 13 points a game. Now, Carey's also making over 91% of his shots from the stripe. Meanwhile, Caden Rice, he's making 41% of his 3 balls himself, along with 12 points a game. Now, Georgetown is currently in the top 35 in the entire country in offensive three-point percentage. They're also scoring 76 points a game as the official home team. Now, total-wise, Georgetown's 8-5 to the over in their last 13 in that around their home building, as the official home team, I would say. Meanwhile, 5 out of Providence's last 7 got over the line themselves. I'm going to lean toward Georgetown plus 6.5 and the over 144. Next matchup, it is going to be Minnesota versus Iowa, 4:30 p.m. East. Iowa's minus 12.5 with the total at 148. Now, the Hawkeyes are 11-2 straight up at home this year, and they're amongst the best in the nation in scoring on average per game. Iowa's averaging nearly 90 points per contest in the Carver Hawkeye Arena, and they're making close to 49% of their field goals in that building. Keegan Murray, he's scoring 22 points a game along with 8 boards and 2 blocks. Meanwhile, brother Chris Murray, he's making 40% of his 3 balls. He's also scoring 10.5 points a game. Now, they're taking on a Minnesota team who lost their last 3 straight themselves, and they also posted a record of just 1-7 straight up in their last 8. Now, offensively, these guys have had a tough time getting points on the board this season. The Gophers are currently averaging only 68 points a game, and they're actually amongst the worst in the Big Ten in offensive rebounding. Now, total-wise, Minnesota's 6-1 to the over in their last 7 ball games. Meanwhile, the Hawkeyes, on the other side of things, they're 11-2 to the over in front of their home fans. I'm going to lean toward Iowa, minus 12.5, and the over 148. Next matchup, it is going to be Houston versus Cincinnati. That's going to be a 6 o'clock Eastern start time. Houston's minus 6 on the road, totals 132.5. And as good as the Cougs have been this year, they did fail to cover recently against the likes of Tulane, Tulsa, and Wichita State. And for some reason, Houston really struggles shooting from the line. They're actually making only 66% of their free throws as a team. They're taking on a Cincinnati team who plays some of the best defense in the entire country themselves. You think Houston's good on the defensive end of the court? Well, Cincinnati's very good defensively as well. The Bearcats are allowing only 60 points a game in their home arena, and they're also in the top 10 in the nation in defensive field goal percentage. Cincinnati's holding their competition to just 37% shooting from the field for the entire year. Now, scoring-wise, Jeremiah Davenport, he's averaging over 13 points a game along with 5 rebounds. Meanwhile, David DeJulius is scoring 13 points a game himself along with 2 boards and a couple assists. Now, Cincy got the W in 7 out of their last 10 ball games, and they're actually winning 85% of their contests at home. And when it comes to the total in this one, the Bearcats are 7-5 to the under on their home court. They're also 65% to the under for the whole year. Meanwhile, Houston, on the other side of things, they saw unders recently with UCF, ECU, and Tulsa. I'm going to lean towards Cincinnati +6. And the under 132.5. And with that, guys, we got to jump into our quick pick recap because the games are about to start. So anyway, today's quick pick recap is powered to you by my website at brockpage.com. We are currently 4-0 with a push in our last 5 college basketball tier package picks on that website. I like Georgetown +6.5 over 144. Iowa Hawkeyes -12.5 over 148. Give me Cincinnati +6 under 132.5. And as far as all the other games go across the country, I like Ohio State -9.5 under 139. Give me Iona -7.5 under 137. I also like Canisius -2 over 142. Give me Purdue Fort Wayne, that's PFW, -10 under 131.5. Loyola Chicago -1 under 135. St. Peter's -4.5 under 128. Give me Quinnipiac +4 over 145.5. I also like Fairfield -6 under 129. Give me Cleveland State -9 over 141.5. I also like Miami, Ohio +3 and the under 134.5. Give me Nevada +13 under 129. I also like the Washington Huskies +6 under 135.5. And before I give you my next and final free pick for the video, one final reminder that we are also 2-0 with a push in our last 3 NBA tier package picks on brockpage.com. I'm going to lean toward Wyoming +4 in the over 129.5. And with that, guys, we're going to jump into our shout out of the day. Haven't done that as much recently, but we're going to dive into our shout out of the day. And that is going to go to my man, Drew the Chosen One, who said yesterday, I drink Remy Martin. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on brockpage.com. Now, if you guys do end up getting a membership here today on my website, just keep in mind, you're going to get billed the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. I always tell folks in every single video, the earlier in the month you sign up, the better. And guys, if you want to get access to every single pick that I give out on that website, you're going to want to sign up for my board member tier package. It's an all-inclusive package. You get access to every single membership, every single pick, every single post that I give out on that website, all the way through the end of February. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, guys, happy Sunday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at brockpage.com.